Hey Gearfax friends, today I've picked up a Casio LK120. This is probably one of the archetypal models that Casio made that has the light up keys. An interesting thing about this particular keyboard though is that it has a kind of a fault, a sort of a problem, and if I turn the volume down you'll hear it. I don't know how clearly that's coming through, but it's playing a monotone underneath each note. And being a guy who likes things a little bit unconventional, I kind of like it. As you raise the volume, the buzzing doesn't change, so when I'm playing like that, you can't really hear it, but down low, it's kind of a cool effect. Let's try it with a few other tones. And it seems to chop in and out too. Let's turn it up and have a listen to some of the other sounds that you're actually meant to hear on this keyboard. That was Synth Lead 1, let's go up to the next one. So it has a pretty good range of synth sounds. It's a shame it doesn't have a plus-minus button so I could just cycle through the sounds quickly, but I think we're getting the general idea. And of course you've got to hear the piano sounds. Pretty standard Casio stuff. Quite tinny there. But you know, these aren't expensive keyboards, so you can't expect miracles. That's a bit more of a honky-tonk sort of one. Of course, you've got to be able to play to make it sound any good. Here's the grand piano sound. Still slightly detuned. Again, sorry about the playing. Let's try something a bit more practiced. Electric piano 1's quite nice. Let's try electric piano 2. There's that buzz again. There's also a third electric piano sound. Actually, there's 4. Now, our clavy sound. I find this is always a good test of electronic keyboards. Maybe if we go an octave lower, that'll be a bit better. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that one. Let's try some of the organ sounds. That's nice and mellow. Okay, so it is what it is. You're never going to get any remarkably impressive sounds from a keyboard that you can get second-hand for well under $100 these days. But it's got a reasonable set of speakers, a pretty good feel on the keyboard, and the sounds are, at the very least, usable. Let's have a closer look at the display. Again, it's pretty basic. It'll show you the name of the tone. You can have key lighting switched off or on. You can override that. Tempo is shown there as well as what the left and right hand are doing, and that forms part of the lessons, which you'll see over here in the 3-step lesson system. So that will play melodies or show you melodies. You can then follow them. There's also a songbook that comes with it that shows you those melodies in notation. You try to copy them and it'll give you feedback on how well you did. You get a percentage score, and step 1, step 2 and step 3 are basically just levels of difficulty. Now rhythms, to get to those obviously we just press the rhythm button, and way over on the left hand side here we've got the start stop button and the fill in. No outro rhythm, unfortunately. All you can do is just chop the rhythm off like that. Let's try a different one. And you can change rhythms while it's actually playing as well. So if we go over to 19. Alright, so the rhythm sounds are of a similar quality to the main lead sounds. Now we'll have a listen to some of the accompaniments by switching to the Casio chord mode. Let's choose a nice dance rhythm, say number 25, which would be Latin fusion. Now because we're in fingered chord mode, we're going to hear actual accompaniment being changed down at the left hand end of the keyboard. But before that kicks in, we're just going to hear chords in the split lower third of the keyboard. And those are the chords that the rhythm is going to abide to as it plays. So we actually have to start the rhythm before we start hearing that accompaniment change. You can also switch to fingered mode if you want to play full chords. And again, the accompaniment will obey that command. But Casio chord is simply a method of making it a little bit easier. Bearing in mind, of course, that this keyboard is very much targeted at beginners. So anyway, if we press Synchro Start, it'll be primed to begin that accompaniment as soon as we press any of the keys. Let's just start with C. So accompaniment control really is that simple, and you have the other 2/3 of the keyboard with which to play your lead sound. So let's kick that rhythm off again. Like I said, tailored for beginners. You're looking at one. I do like the overall design of the keyboard. It's very sleek, very easy on the eyes, easy to operate, the functions are very simple, the display is extremely visible, and everything's laid out exactly as you need it. It really is a very straightforward, nicely designed keyboard, and of course the lights are a joy to watch. Very entertaining way to learn to play piano. It's not everybody's style, not everybody's cup of tea. Some people would like to take a more traditional approach, I'm sure, and I'm sure there are plenty of piano teachers out there who would disapprove of this kind of learning system, because really what you want to be doing is learning to read the music and get your mind responding immediately to those notes on the page. But anyway, it's one way of doing it. Some people just want to do it for recreation and fun, and I certainly fit into that category. So the LK120 is a good fun keyboard. You wouldn't buy it for the sounds, you wouldn't buy it to go professional or anything like that, but it's certainly entertaining and a useful tool. So that's it from GearFacts today. Thanks for watching, guys. Please share this with anybody you think might be looking for a keyboard to learn on, or is just interested in Casio keyboards. And like, comment, or subscribe to GearFacts. That would be awesome too. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. That's the Casio LK120 key lighting keyboard.